YouTubers, it's Lauren and welcome to my 9-week pregnancy vlog. Today's Sunday, so I am 9 weeks pregnant today. It's been an amazing week. We had our first OB appointment and our first ultrasound, which was amazing. We saw our happy, healthy little bean in there and he or she had a heartbeat. So we are just so grateful and so blessed and couldn't be more excited. I'll get to the OB appointment in a little bit and tell you more about that, but let's jump right into symptoms. So symptoms for this week haven't really changed much. I know I said that in my last video, but still just the typical first trimester symptoms. The morning sickness is still there, just kind of waves of nausea throughout the day, but I haven't gotten actually sick this week, which has been good, knock on wood. Let's see, I'm just still extremely tired, not a lot of motivation. We actually went to one of our friends' engagement parties last night and I was ready to leave by like 9 p.m. I was just ready to crawl into bed. Plus it was at a bar, so it was just kind of like sipping my water at the bar. It was fun, but I was definitely exhausted by the end of the night. Let's see, still extremely sore breast, which was really fun at my OB appointment because she asked me about like my symptoms and I mentioned that and she's like, okay, ready for a breast exam, and she's like digging in there. So that was interesting. My appetite, it has increased a lot. For example, one night Teddy was working, so he didn't have to be there to judge me for this, but I got home and we didn't have like a whole lot of food in the house, so I decided to eat a lean cuisine for dinner, okay? In the freezer, nice, easy meal. Teddy was working, no big deal. So I popped my lean cuisine in the microwave, you know, for 3 or 4 minutes, whatever it was, and during that time, I was so hungry that I had to take out chips and top the tater, another one of my cravings. I know I mentioned that last week. So I'm like eating chips and top the tater and okay, the microwave goes off. So I put that away and then I eat my lean cuisine and I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my God, I'm still hungry. Like what else can I eat? So I was like, ooh, a grilled cheese sandwich sounds so good, which has been one of my cravings this week. So I made myself a grilled cheese sandwich. All right, that's fine. About 10 minutes later, oh my God, I want another grilled cheese sandwich. So I made another grilled cheese sandwich. And I ate 2 grilled cheese sandwiches and a lean cuisine and top the tater. And I think I had like a popsicle. And I was just literally snacking and grazing all night long. Like I said, I'm glad Teddy wasn't there to judge me. But yes. So that is just an example of how my appetite has increased a lot. Like right now I'm hungry. Yeah. Let's jump into my OB appointment. I met with a new OBGYN and she was awesome. She is one of the 2 main OBs that I'll kind of be switching back and forth with for my appointments throughout the pregnancy, although obviously when I do deliver, like most hospitals and clinics, you kind of don't know who you're going to have. It kind of depends on who is on call, which is kind of unfortunate, but I understand that that's kind of how it has to work. So I met this new woman and she was awesome, super down to earth and friendly. She answered all of our whole list, our novel of questions that we had, which was great. And then she did a breast exam, like I said, which was not comfortable. And then we got to the internal ultrasound, which was funny because the entire appointment I was like, kind of like sitting on the table, antsy, like shaking my legs, like kind of like taking deep breaths, and she's like, are you okay? Are you nervous? I was like, oh my God, I'm extremely nervous. I just want to see the heartbeat. And I just kept saying that, and she's like, okay, let's fly through this exam, and then we'll do the ultrasound as soon as possible so we can kind of get some peace of mind, and then just go from there. So we did the internal ultrasound, which wasn't as bad as I thought. It was like the wand up there, but it really wasn't that bad. And plus, once you see your baby pop up on the screen, like you don't care what's up your hoo-ha, to be honest. It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. The baby popped up on the screen almost instantly, and like the first thing you could see, like, you know, the little tadpole looking baby, and then you saw the little flicker of the heartbeat, and I just like lost it. Just started crying. You can probably hear in that video. She did print us off 2 pictures. Don't know how well you can see them really with the glare. But there's our little baby. Now someone mention in my last video of my ultrasound that they were saying that baby, they're calling it's a girl by the Ramsey theory. I have no idea what that is, so if somebody wants to fill me in on that, that would be awesome. I honestly have no feelings of what it could be at this point. Obviously, we'd be happy either way with a happy, healthy baby, boy or girl. I will be doing some old wives' tales for like little gender predictions. I did look at the Chinese gender prediction chart, and it said boy. So we shall see. I did ask the OB when we would be able to find out, and she said right around like 18 or 20 weeks, which seems so long for me to wait. But in the meantime, we will be super, super busy because we just put an offer in on a house. Oh my God. And fingers crossed they accept it. The offers were due today. We did offer a little bit more than asking price because we love this house, you guys. Oh my gosh. It would be like the perfect starter home. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home. It's a Rambler with a partially finished basement. So Rambler, all 3 of the bedrooms are on the main floor with, you know, the kitchen, dining room, living room, everything like that. It has an attached large 3-season porch. They call it a 4-season porch, but there's no heat out there. They have like a little space heater type thing. I don't know how they can call it a 4-season porch, but anyways, an amazing large porch, a huge, spacious, fenced-in backyard with a shed and a bonfire pit and this like wooden beam bar thing that they attach between these like 2 perfect trees with swings attached to it, and it's amazing. Right now you can tell they have a little boy, like a little toddler, because one of the bedrooms is a playroom, which is perfect. It actually has one entrance from the kitchen, which sounds kind of weird, and then it has one entrance into the hallway where like the rest of the bedrooms are. But it's actually perfect because you can close that hallway door, and then when you're cooking and in the kitchen, you can just keep an eye on the kid in the playroom, and so then it has like a master and then the kid room or whatever, the other bedroom. But yes, so it is awesome. We have really high hopes for this house. So yes, we shall be hearing actually in like an hour maybe if we got this house. But if not, like we're obviously really not trying to get our hopes up, but obviously our hopes are up. That's just what happens. But yes, if we don't get this house, that's okay. We're just going to keep on house hunting. Some other interesting facts about Baby from my handy dandy Baby Center app. Baby's about the size of a green olive, which I have up here. Those are delicious. What else? All the major joints are working, which is fascinating. Shoulders, elbows, wrists, hips, knees, ankles, like on the tips of the fingers, they're kind of enlarged and there's like touch pads that are forming, so like their little senses and everything. The embryonic tail, the little tail of the tailbone, is completely gone now. All the organs, muscles, and nerves are kicking into gear. External sex organs are there, but you can't distinguish it as male or female quite yet. Eyes are fully formed, but eyelids are fused shut, and they actually don't open until they're about 27 weeks. He or she has tiny earlobes, mouth, nose, nostrils. Let's see, the placenta is developed enough to take over like all the critical jobs of producing everything, and yeah, just kind of gaining weight. He or she is almost an inch long, and it's amazing. After I saw his or her heartbeat on that ultrasound, I was just like blown away that there is a living thing inside of me, but I can't feel it yet. Like even on the ultrasound, we saw like its little like head and like arm buds and stuff kind of moving around in there, and I'm like, that's insane that that's happening inside of me, but I have no idea. I can't feel a single thing. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the 9-week belly. I don't think much has changed from last week, but you can decide. So here is with the shirt down. Here's with the shirt up. My insulin pump site is in my belly today, so that's that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think a whole lot has changed. Still just like me. Well guys, that is it for this week. Go ahead and click that subscribe button if you haven't yet. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I will talk to you guys next week for my 10-week update, which is crazy. That's a quarter of the way through this pregnancy. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Mwah.